to stillness, just for a few moments. Stopping there, being aware of the ground beneath your feet. Soften the knees again, and then again just rock the arms from side to side. Move your jaw. We're going to work into a back bend when we eventually come down onto the floor. So, and quite a gentle back bend. So when we start to loosen the shoulders and we free up the arms, it really does help the whole sense of the spine, the upper spine anyway. And then coming back to centre one more time, bring the hands in front, breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out, breath in. As you breathe out, take the arms forward. As you breathe in, take the arms up. And as you breathe out, float the arms down. In breath takes the arms up. Out breath takes the arms forward. In breath takes the arms up. Out breath floats the arms down. So see how your shoulders are feeling with this. One more time. Breath in, breath out, breath in. This time as you breathe out, take the hands behind you. As you breathe in, go forward. As you breathe out, take the arms up behind you. Breathe as you need to for a few moments, and then when you're ready to breathe in, lower the arms, come back up. Stop there for a few moments. Just give the arms a bit of a shake, because that can be, I did cream it up on you a little bit. So one more time, breath in, breath out, breath in. Then as you breathe out, bring the arms down behind you. Breath in, go forward. As you breathe out, take the arms up behind. Breathe as you need to. Now really let yourself hang. See how that feels if you take the arms up. Breathe in, lower the arms, breathing in, come up to stand. So there's no right or wrong way to breathe. It's just kind of coordinating the breath with the movements of the arms. And just give the arms a little bit of a movement and then rock from side to side. So we're just going to do, just when we take the right hand on the left shoulder, left hand on the right, and then we're going to bring the elbows up towards the ceiling, and then take the elbows forward and down. So the knees can be quite soft. Take the elbows forward and up, take the elbows forward and down. So starting to mobilise the spine, but using the elbows. Take the elbows forward and up, take the elbows forward and down. So you're going into a back bend when you take the elbows up, and you glance towards the ceiling, soften the knees, and then as you go down, as the elbows go forward and down, let go of the weight of your head so you go into a bit of a forward bend. Let go of the arms, let them hang a little bit, see where they go. The knees can be quite soft, and then carefully bring yourself up and just see how that feels in your spine. So just being quite gentle with yourself at first. So we're just going to bring the palms together. So again, working with the shoulders. So obviously always being careful with shoulders, because they can be so tight. So especially this time of year when we're a bit stressed. So the palms together, then turn the palms away from each other. The right hand goes over the top and just lightly link the fingers, but not gripping. Let the shoulders drop away from the ears. Thread the hands in and up and then back. So the in and up and then back. So try not to grip the fingertips. If the fingers have to come away, that's fine, because that can be quite tough on the wrists. We really want this to work into the shoulders. The next time the arms go forward, bring the backs of the hands together, bring the palms together and give them a bit of a shake. And then one more time, bring the hands together, palms together, sorry. Turn the backs of the hands together. The left hand goes over the top, so the palms are together now. And then just lightly link the fingers, wide elbows, take the hands down, in and up. And then just doing that a few times. So you can really feel this in the back of your shoulders. Just working that a few times, working into the body. And then the next time the hands go out, just let go of the fingers and just give them a bit of a shake. So we're just going to do a little movement that works into the shoulders. It's a bit of an odd movement, but it's a quite a good one to free up, especially around the neck as well. So if the neck's tight, there's more likely has an impact on the shoulders. So I'm going to take the right arm out to the side, and the palm is facing up. So it's quite important the palm stays facing up. If your palm turns down, that's okay, just notice. So then we bring the palm forward, we take the elbow out, we thread the hand under, palm is still facing up, so your shoulders rotated forward. Take the arm out to the side and then turn your palm down and lower the arm. Take the left arm out to the side, palm is facing up, take it forward. Take the elbow out, left elbow out, thread the hand under. Now your shoulder rotates forward, so if you bend forward, it sometimes is helpful. Take the arm out to the side, turn the palm down, and then come back up to stand. Right hand goes out to the side, palm facing up, bring it forward. Take the elbow out, thread the hand under, go out to the side, palm is still facing up. You can lean forward, it might be more helpful. Turn the palm down and then lower. Last time the other side. Left palm goes out to the side, bring it forward. Take the elbow out, thread the hand under, take the arm outside. So this really rotates the shoulder blades. You can lean forward, then turn the palm down and lift. Well done, well done. So let's do both together. So the palms go out, so elbows are in, palms are out. Bring the hands forward, palms are still facing up. Take the elbows out, thread the hands under, out to the side. So that kind of round yourself forward because the shoulders have turned forward. And then turn the palms down and then feel that. Lift the spine. One more time, take the palms out. The elbows are in. Bring the palms forward. Now take the elbows out to allow the hands to thread through. Palms are still facing up. Turn the palms out. Now take your attention to the shoulder blades. By rotating the shoulder blades back and down, can you turn the palms and lower the arms? Well done. Give the arms a bit of a shake. So we just try again. We'll just do one at a time because that's just half the movement. We'll see how we go. So the right hand goes out, palm facing up. Bring it forward. Take the elbow out. Thread the hand under. Palm goes out. So that's rotated the shoulder blade forward. So you can lean forward, it's fine. And then from here, take the arm forward if possible. Take the arm overhead. You can feel that stretch down the right side of the body. Overhead and then back to where you started. Lower the arm. And if you might feel the right arm's a lot, the arms start to feel longer. Take the left arm out to side, palm facing up. Turn the palm forward. Take the elbow out. Thread under. So you can lean forward because the shoulder's rotated forward. And then from here, take the arm forward, palm facing up. But it might turn, it's okay. Take the arm over. So you feel the stretch down the left side of the body. Out to the side. Back to where you started. And then back. And just keep the shoulders a bit of a shrug. So, well done. We'll just try both. So the palms are facing up. Take the arms forward. Elbows go out. Thread the hands under. Out to the side. So this will lean you forward. Kind of that sort of movement. We'll see where you are. Then, I know this is quite difficult. Take the arms forward. Overhead. And out to the side. Palms facing up. And your shoulders might be really clicking if they're anything like mine. And then let go. So just that last movement one more time if possible. So take the elbows out, not elbows out, sorry, palms out, elbows in. Bring the hands forward, take the elbows out. Now thread the hands under, out to the side so that you can lean forward, it's fine. The shoulders are rotated forward. And now bring the hands forward, round, up, overhead. Now the shoulders rotate back and down to take the hands out, to lower. Well done. So then from here, just let your arms really swing. Let them be heavy because they are heavy old things, especially when we start to let go of the shoulders. And shoulders don't like to let go of arms because they like to grip and clench and tighten like our jaw. And then when you're ready, we're going to come down onto the floor. So I think the camera's all right. So if we come onto your mat. So if you bring your hands onto your knees and just rock one knee forward at a time. Just easing into the hamstrings really, and then gradually bring the hands a little bit lower to the ankles. Let go of the weight of your head. And see if you can bring the hands on the floor, and your knees can be quite soft. And then from here, can you walk the hands forward or walk the feet back? So you go into a bit of a down dog sort of a shape. Soften the elbows a little bit. Let go of the weight of the head. Walk one knee or lift one heel at a time. So you're just easing into the hamstrings with this one. Then eventually the knees come down. Flatten the feet and ease your hips back towards your heels. Just kind of see where you are with that one. And then we're just going to try a few little cat poses. So if you come into all fours, round or arch the spine. So the gaze goes towards the knees. So you're really working between the shoulder blades because you've done a lot of work on the shoulders. Breathe in. Then as you breathe out, sink between the shoulders, sink at the back of the waist, and the gaze goes forward. And then round or arch the spine. Gaze goes towards the knees. And then let go. Sink between the shoulders, sink at the back of the waist, and the gaze goes forward. Just working that a few times. Working into the body. And then when you're ready, come back to all fours. Take the hands a little bit wider, a little bit further apart. Soften the elbows, and you're just going to rock forward a little bit, and then you're going to rock back a little bit. Rock forward a little bit, and then rock back a little bit. And the feet are flat to the floor as you're just rocking forward and you're rocking back. Now when you rock forward, if you take your gaze forward, you'll feel yourself sink a little bit between the shoulders. When you rock back round the spine, and maybe ease the hips back towards the heels. When you lift the hips, take the gaze forward, sink a little bit between the shoulder blades. Let the hips be heavy, and you might feel that you can go into this sort of up dog or cobra kind of feeling, and then round through the spine to bring yourself back. And then lift the hips, soften the elbows, think of the elbows coming back towards the knees. Shoulders stay wide as you take the crown of the head forward. Drop the hips. Hips don't have to come all the way onto the floor though. And then you just take the gaze forward. And then from here, ease yourself back into child's pose. So if it's all right, we're going to come onto our front, our stomach, so we'll be prone. So if you're okay with this, if not, stay in all fours and you can work in that way. So from here, if you first of all just bring the hands in front of you and let your forehead rest on top of your hands. And if you bring the big toes together, that just helps the back of the hips or the lower back widen a little bit, and just rock a little bit from side to side. So you can get the groin area, like your thighs, really resting into the floor. And then when you're ready, take the right knee out to the side and turn your head to the right. So the right knee is out to the side, and then just let yourself sink into that left hip. So we're just trying to open across the right hip from quite passive. Sometimes it's quite a relief just to collapse onto the floor. So let yourself rest down into that left hip, and it helps open the outer right hip as well. And then we do the same on the other side. Bring the right knee in, turn your head to the left and bring the left knee out to the side, and then you let yourself drop down into the right hip. And obviously if we had more time, we'd spend longer on these kind of movements. Breathing into that right hip and then come back to centre. Stop there for a few moments, and then we're going to take the arms in front. So that lifts your head. So kind of if you kind of have a sense of how you are, you've already gone into a back bend. So if you bring the elbows a little bit closer, but not too close so that you're straining your back or really feeling any kind of real discomfort in your back, but you will feel your lower back work. The closer the elbows are to underneath the shoulders, obviously the higher the back bend. So just going into Sphinx pose for a moment. So if you're okay, drop your chin. So you drop the chin down, so you're lengthening the back of the neck. Move your jaw. And then lift the gaze, so you're looking forward. And then if you can, turn your head to look past the right shoulder. So can you see your right foot? And then can you drop down into the left hip? So as your head turns to the right, the left hip will drop. So there's that long line and connection between the base of the right skull, the left side of the skull, all the way down through to the left hip. So maybe you can feel that stretch down the left side of the neck, all the way to the hip. And then come back to centre, let the head drop again. It just helps release the muscles around the base of the skull and around the base of the neck. And then lift the head. And if you turn your head to look past the left shoulder, maybe you can see your left foot again, your left toes. Rest down into that right hip. When the head turns to the left, rest down into the right hip. And then come back to centre. Stop there for a few moments. So just allow the weight to rest down through the hips. Shoulders are wide, really have that sense of wide shoulders. And then when you're ready, take the elbows out and just let your head come to rest on top of the hands. And breathe into wherever you feel it. I mean, it does compress your belly, so it is a good way to massage the abdominal organs when you breathe into the belly. And then when you're ready, we're going to take the hands underneath the shoulders if possible. So the elbows are quite close. To the waist. And then from here, so the fronts of the feet are flat to the floor, knees are on the floor. And then from here, if you imagine your elbows, there are pulleys or strings attached to the elbows, and the elbows are being drawn back towards the knees, but then also the elbows are coming up towards the ceiling. And then that lifts the spine. Just kind of see. So your hips might come off, or the hips might stay on the floor. Just see where you are, and then carefully lower yourself back down. Turn your head to the side, let the hands come to rest. We just do that one more time, and then we'll go back into down dog. So when you're ready, if it's okay, obviously if you've had enough, you can do Sphinx pose or just rest out of it. So bring the forehead on the floor, the hands are underneath the shoulders, move the shoulders, move the elbows. I mean, mobile shoulders really helps this movement. That's why we did all those warm-ups at the beginning. So if the hands are resting down, you can feel the thumbs, you can feel the little fingers, you can feel the middle fingers. You can draw up through the elbows and draw the elbows back towards the knees. Rest into the hands to lift the spine. And the gaze just goes forward. The elbows can stay quite bent. Elbows can stay, you might be quite low, you might be quite, it's fine. Wherever you go is where you go. And then when you're ready, down into the knees, so come up into a bit of an all fours thing, and then ease your hips back towards your heels. And your lower back may feel, might feel a little bit tight, or feel as though it's worked, because you've worked a lot in the lower back. Let your hand, light fist with the hands, and the forehead rests on the hands. Just stop there for a few moments, really feeling the length in the lower back now, because it's the opposite movement to what we've just done. You've just done a back bend, so when we go into child's pose, it's the flexion or forward bending. So then from here, let's come into all fours again. Come into all fours. A few little cat stretches. We're going to round or arch the spine. If in doubt, always do these. And then when you're ready, sink at the back of the waist, sink between the shoulders, and the gaze goes forward. So just a few of those, just little cat stretches, are always good for your spine, always mobilising vertebrae and the muscles around the spine. And then when you're ready, just come to a neutral sort of spine. Hands maybe a little bit further forward than the shoulders. Tuck your toes under if possible. Lift up one knee at a time. Just make sure that feels okay. Make sure your hands feel okay. You can give the hands a bit of a shake. It's always good to improve circulation is to shake. Toes are tucked under. Soften the elbows ever so slightly. Stop for a few moments, feel your breath, and then when you lift the knees, feel the weight go into the hands, but you don't have to push. As you ease the heels back towards the floor, think of the crown of the head moving forward. The elbows can be quite soft because that allows the shoulders to be far away from the ears. Let go of the weight of the head from inside underneath the ribs. You lift and think of the tailbone going back towards the heels. Resting tailbone, face the spine, resting down towards the heels, and the elbows soften or bend ever so slightly. And then you really have that sense of long spine, and then when you're ready, lift the heels to bend the knees and ease the hips back towards the heels. Well done. So we just do that one more time. If it's okay, if you've had enough, just come to rest onto your back. But if it's okay, bring the hands back, maybe your hands a little bit further forward or wrists a little bit further forward than the shoulders. Bend the elbows ever so slightly, because if you straighten the elbows, that draws the shoulders up towards the ears. So if you bend your elbows, that just allows the shoulders to drop away from the ears slightly. Tuck the toes under. Feel the breath. So take your time, don't rush anything. And then if it's okay, we start to lift the knees to send the heels towards the floor. They don't have to go all the way. Wide elbows, soft elbows, slightly bent elbows. Let go of the weight of your head, soft jaw. Think of the collarbones coming as far away from the knees as possible. So think of that, your spine being as long and wide and spacious as possible. And as the heels go towards the floor, the crown of the head moves forward. Wide underneath the armpits, wide around the base of the ribs, and inside and the sides of the ribs. And you feel your breath. And then ever so carefully, when you're ready, you lift the heels to bend the knees back down. You ease the hips back towards the heels. Stop for a few moments. See how that feels in your spine. Because you've done a lot of movements through the muscles of the back. And then when you're ready, in your own time, just come onto your back. Oh, flash the radiator. Just come onto your back. Just allowing yourself to settle down. And if you're okay, to close your eyes, but obviously, you know, if you know you keep them open, it's fine. So keep the knees bent because that allows the lower back to rest into the floor because you've done a lot of work on the lower back. So stop for a few moments. And then when you're ready, we're going to draw the right knee in, hands underneath the knee, ease the knee down, circle the ankle around a little bit. And then we're going to draw the left knee in. So both knees coming towards you, so hands underneath the left knee, circle the left ankle around a little bit. And then we're just going to take the feet up towards the, or legs up towards the ceiling. Let the hands come to rest on the knees, and the knees are quite soft. And then just circle the ankles any way that feels nice for you. And as you circle the ankles, maybe going both ways to the right, as you circle the ankles, really let your lower back be massaged into the floor, just in case there is any kind of tightness or kind of overwork, I suppose, that you might be feeling in your lower back. And then circling the opposite direction, really having that sense that you're resting down, down, down through your lower back. And then just stop for a few moments. Oh, actually, if you give the legs a shake, especially in the winter, shaking the limbs is so good. It really does improve circulation, especially if you have cold feet, like my feet are always cold. So really shaking does help the circulation get to the peripheries. And then stop, keep the feet up, and just feel the tingles or the sensations, because that's the improved blood flow. And then if it's okay, take the arms up, but let the shoulders really rest. It's almost, well, you are almost as though you're being suspended upside down. Really letting the back of the shoulders resting into the floor, the back of the hips rest into the floor. So feel the sensations in the back of your body. So now the back of your body can rest, because before we were contracting the muscles either side of the spine to do those back bends, but now we're allowing those muscles to spread and to widen and to rest. And then carefully bend your knees, bring the feet on the floor, let the hands come to rest on the base of the ribs or the belly, wherever feels comfortable for you. Eyes closed down. And allow yourself to stop. And if you're okay to breathe through your nose, breathe through the nose, and the breath comes in, into the hands, into the body, and you feel the belly rise or you feel the chest rise. Then as you breathe out, you let go of the breath and you feel your body just sink, rest a little bit deeper into the floor. Breath comes in and the breath leaves. And just see, is it possible, can you straighten the legs away? If you'd rather keep the knees bent, then obviously you keep the knees bent. But you can change position. Make sure you're comfortable. And then again, bring your attention back to your breath. And if we follow the breath from the beginning to the middle to the end, so the beginning of the breath, as we breathe in, is breathing in through the nose or the mouth to the throat. The middle is the chest, the end of the in-breath is the belly. Then as we breathe out, the beginning of the out-breath is the belly, the middle is the chest, the end is the nose. As we breathe in, beginning of the breath is the nose, middle is the chest, belly is the end. As we breathe out, the beginning, the belly, middle is the chest, end is the nose. So as we breathe in, we follow the beginning, the middle, the end of the breath. And as we breathe out, we follow the beginning, the middle, and the end of the breath. And we continue, and just coming into contact with that understanding that everything changes. Every breath is different. And there's a cycle. And there's an ebb and a flow. And perhaps you can feel your body respond to the breath. But we're just following that journey, and we're not changing it. We're not looking to be different. We're just allowing ourselves to be as we are. And knowing that your body is enough. As you follow your breath and allow yourself to rest. And then we let go of the practice, we let go of that following, that noticing. and we feel the breath, just because we can. And then to come out of the practice, feel the support or the ground beneath you. Start to move your fingers and move your toes carefully. You can choose to stay longer if you need to, resting. Start to move, maybe draw the knees in towards you. If your legs are long, you can move the shoulders, you can stretch the arms overhead. When you're ready, coming to rest on your side, opening your eyes, and knowing where you are, and taking your time, and only when you're ready coming to sit up. And coming back to the rest of the day.